Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back again to MindQuest Online Premier Chess League 2021. Tonight we are going to watch two games as usual. Game 53 and 54, match 14. This is the part of the last match. The last will be on this Sunday. So tonight I'm not alone. I'm with FM Yi Sun Wei. So how you see Yi?
Hi everybody. Hi, thank you, Pengiran Kadri. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Fine. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. So tonight we the match between Begawan Gambit and Manchester United, and also later on Sputnik will be playing against Al Fatah, and but the first one we are going to watch Begawan Gambit first and Manchester United. Yi, what do you say about this? The lineup tonight, Yi.
Actually, I've not seen the lineup.
All right. Tonight for Begawan Gambit,
Sorry.
Hafizon.
Okay, Uncle Hafizon.
And Afam, Liana, and Hasanol. And for Manchester United, Cikgu Amir Fakri, Cikgu Ilham, Zawawi, and Ellen.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think Uncle Hafizon rested for 2 matches, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, yes, yeah.
Yeah, so he decided to play the last round, right? With Afham dengan Liana and siapa lagi the last board?
The Hasanul Basri.
Oh, si Hasanul. Okay. Yeah, so it seems like both are placing their, in my opinion their best lineup. I think somehow their best lineup lah. Yeah, because Manchester also kan with Amir and then Cikgu Ilham, right? And then Zawawi dengan our famous guy Ellen, right?
Yeah. Go Ellen.
Yeah, go Ellen. So guys, I'm sure those yang watching us, I mean listening to us tonight, mostly supporting si Ellen. So
yeah. Everybody's eyeing for Ellen. Yeah.
So I hope he wins.
Yeah. Okay. And what do you think about the game will be? What's the result? Can you guess? Do you have any?
I'm not a fortune teller, and normally if I predict something, normally it doesn't go that well.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, just for the fun of it, I would predict Manchester win. I think by, I don't know, roughly maybe maybe close match lah. Maybe around 5-3 ke ataupun 4.5. 4.5, 3.5. Yeah. So that's my prediction lah. Roughly about close match. I think this towards the end, right? This is the final round, right? I think all of the teams are trying their best, and then also at the same time not to lose also probably lah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Pengan?
I think Begawan Gambit and Manchester United, it's for the match tonight it's quite balanced. It's quite balanced for the match tonight.
I agree because for example, board 1 I think Begawan has the advantage. Tapi I think board 2 I think Manchester has the advantage lah. But it doesn't mean that they are for sure they will win that game. It's just advantage in my opinion lah.
Yes.
Board 3, board 3 looking at maybe also board 3 I think Manchester also have the advantage. Tapi board 4 I would say a bit probably, I mean, sorry to Alan's fan, but Hasanol show a huge improvement lah, actually. Especially you compare him round 1. I mean the first half of the event, and then second half I think he showed big improvement lah. So I think we expect some upset je lah, in the sense that favorite is still Alan to win the game. Tapi I think I expect this Hasanul Basri ni to upset lah, to upset.
Yeah. I think so. I agree with you.
Yeah.
All right. So the game is already started. So shall we go to the game, Yi?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So Hafizon is playing white, and Chigo Amir Fakri is playing black. So it's a perk defense, right? Yi?
Yeah. This is somehow it's perk defense. I think Hafizon also choose some a bit more aggressive, right? With Bishop C4, right?
Yes.
Slightly more aggressive. So okay.
Knight F6.
I think yourself also, I mean, have been playing perk also, right? From time to time, right?
Myself playing perk as black.
Yeah. I think from I mean, it's not your maybe not your favorite opening. I think if I'm not mistaken, you played also kan from time to time macam.
Yeah, from time to time, yes, I can say yes. It depends on the mood.
Yalah.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you describe this opening? More like macam I would say imbalance. What do you think? How do you describe it? Macam more like fighting, right?
Yes. Actually,
how do you describe macam? Is it like black is going for more on positional? I don't think so, right? It's not so much positional or quiet game. I think this is more like black trying to get some imbalanced game. I think I'm not sure, like trying to win also, but at the same time macam not symmetrical. For example, macam Petrov or something, right? That is more towards like black playing for draw kan, but this one I think more towards macam imbalance lah. He tried to so it should be exciting. I think this particular match.
Yes. Yeah. So it's a semi-open game with this defense, and black is trying to counter attack on the queen side with the bishop on g7.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's a good point. So yeah, but this one he gave up to bishop early in the game. I'm not sure. Probably he has some ideas in mind.
I think that is bishop g4 and then swapping the knight on f3. It's part of the idea in a defense because black wants to try to disturb the pawn on d4. So removing the knight on f3 will affecting the d4 pawn.
Like for example, like now, right? So black actually trying to attack d4 d4 square, right? I think the knight for now I think can jump in, right, to d4. I think so.
But I think this already transposed into King's Indian defense. So as we know that King's Indian defense there will be a lot of maneuverings. So black might keep the knight maybe to e7 maybe. He goes for knight d4.
Yeah, but knight d4, I think white can just balik saja. I think the queen to d1, right? Should be. I think then the knight has to macam need extra protection on d4. But if it takes on b3, I think would be good I mean, it'd be okay for white lah. Oh, he takes on. A bit surprised actually with this decision actually to take on
Yes.
d4 kan, because normally you want to apa ni conserve that bishop against this so-called apa ni King's Indian ataupun Dragon Bishop, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm not sure he want to play. But looks fine also in the sense that I think next move go castle. I think, right? Should be still quite balanced like this game. Yeah. Yeah. So what is your idea actually? Okay, Piran?
I think white is having a trouble with the bishop. His bishop.
Yeah, but knight takes e4 looks quite strong, because he can later on recover back the knight gun by playing f5.
Yeah. Now you can see this is the problem of not castling at the right time.
Yeah,
for white.
yeah. he was just one move behind. If his king already castled, I think should be fine, right? So okay, so good tactics by Amir, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, spotted this one. So like you say, I can feel like white is already in some sort of trouble already.
Yes, correct. And I don't think black is having a problem with pushing f5 because the bishop is blocked by his own pawn on d5.
Yeah. So wow.
Interesting play by Chiguamer. The lion is roaring.
Okay, shall we? Because my board is still showing board 1. Shall we go to board 2?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. Oh, he's playing some sort of
looks like a King's Indian attack, or is it?
Yeah, something like that, or like English style lah.
Yeah.
Transpose, I think. Yeah. So, is it correct to say that white attack on the king side, right? He advanced f4, g4 gun. He wants to attack the king side, I think.
Yes. If you see more control, more spaces at the king side for white.
So I think it's quite dangerous also. There are plans like f5 and g5 kan. Yeah, kan? So it's quite dangerous. Yeah. Wow.
All right. So knight g3.
Yeah, just preparing, I think. Yeah, and maneuvering the pieces to king side and try to attack, and looks quite dangerous for black actually. Kan?
Yes.
If I'm playing black, I'll be quite nervous actually, uncomfortable with this position. Pasal white has a clear plan, I think. Tapi black macam still stuck macam. Is it b5? I don't know what he's trying to do. I think most likely so yeah, I mean Cikgu Ilham is very experienced kan in this type of
yes.
Yeah, kan macam close, consider close, I think. Yeah, I think I would consider this somehow a close opening, right?
Yeah.
The central pawns are blocked somehow, like this e5 and yeah. Oh, he take on. Okay, so I think he was just afraid that the pawn go forward, that's why he makan, I think, right?
f5. Yeah.
So sensible also in the sense that he also opened up his own bishop, right?
Yeah.
So do you like white or black?
I like I like white in this position.
Yeah.
So I think white has a better position here.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think this knight on b4, right?
B4,
yeah, the knight it looks strong tapi not doing much. He's just attacking the pawn on d3 saja kan.
Yeah.
So
it does not coordinate with other pieces.
Yeah, exactly. That is a correct term. Yes. So I would prefer the knight to reroute back to d4 actually, like bishop go back somewhere, maybe e8 or something, and then knight goes to So, but now there's some issue already in king side, right? This is an annoying pin, I think. Kan?
Yeah.
Whoa,
This is the drawback of giving up the F file for getting the activating the bishop on G7. Yeah, so he let go this for white, but swapping the idea with okay.
Yeah. Did he just blunder?
Yeah, I think so.
I would take with rook.
You would take it with the rook.
I think so.
Alan would go with the taking with the rook.
yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, but taking with bishop also extra piece kan, so I don't see why not.
Yes, because there is a mat threat also on G7 with Queen H6 idea.
Yeah, that I think yeah. That's why I prefer. I mean, I first come to my mind is taking with the rook lah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it works. Yes.
But if going for a very clear winning position, just simplify it.
Yeah.
After all,
Definitely. Okay, Chigu Ilham go for rook take. I think he heard us.
Yeah. Actually, I feel so impressed with Chigu Ilham because been also following his games even long time ago. So he used to be a positional player, but now he seems like a tactical player.
Playing very aggressive opening, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was wrong lah. Like I think last few weeks I think I said that normally when as you age, right, you tend to go more positional kan. Ini Cikgu Ilham, I mean like terbalik lah.
Yeah, terbalik. Yes.
So it's really aggressive lah. So yeah. It looks like a clear winning, I think. Just rook f1, I think.
Yeah, rook f1.
Should be yeah.
It's very okay. It's more than okay. I think we can say it's decisive.
Yeah. I think a few more moves, kali. Just a few more moves, Before I think Black resign or something, lah. Yeah.
Yeah. Shall we go to the next game? Maybe. Yi. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Game 3. I think board 3. Board 3 between our one and only woman player, I think, that is currently playing. Against Liana against Zawawi.
Yeah. It looks good for white here for Liana.
I think excellent. Just put the rook on d4 or a5, right? So many. Yeah.
Many ideas here for white. Because black has a pawn structure problem.
Yeah. Yeah. So the pawns are all split, right? Like you said.
Yeah.
S7 is weak, C4 is weak, E4 also weak. So yeah, excellent. But rook A5, first instinct it looks good, tapi I'm not sure because the rook doesn't do much on A5 actually. Maybe it's not that great, kan? Maybe he should control the D4 kali, rook D4 and double on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with you with that idea.
Yeah, so now the rook looks a bit stupid lah on a5. So he need to bring back lah, I think, rook a1 and
yes. He got to be regrouped.
Yeah, but apart from the position, but looking at the timing, and Liana is thinking a bit too much. I think 5 minutes against 12 minutes. So macam when you are critically low on time later on, you'll be quite dangerous, kan? Like even sometimes winning position pun boleh blunder, kan? Terblunder, kan? So yeah, so she needs to be a bit, I think a bit faster from now on. But this kind of position is not so complicated, kan? She needs to be a bit aju lah, especially she has a better position.
Yeah.
So now, so
now black is offering a threat there, wanting to control the d file. And I think I think white shouldn't bother with the rook exchange. Just put the rook on d4. But in case if it is taken, you can take with the pawn on e3. So rearranging the pawn structure. Yeah. So removing the double pawn.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she chose to take on the pawn,
The
right?
pawn on e4. Yeah.
Okay, but this allowed the black rook to come into ano kan so-called 7 rank lah.
Yes, and it's quite dangerous actually because the rook is already coming to the base, and also white is having a back rank weakness.
Yeah. Good point because belum ada ventilation square kan, belum ada. Yeah. So it looks the decision to take the pawn was not right lah, huh? To allow the rook to come in. Yeah.
No.
Anyway.
Yeah. Proceed.
Yeah. So would you prefer black now? I think from now. I mean, just now I prefer white, but now I think maybe 50-50 now kan.
Yes. Now
no,
that's a blunder.
blunder. No, like you said lah,
No.
you knew it. I think si Zawawi heard you kala. No.
That's made into.
Yeah, I think she was. I think first is not alert. Second is also a bit time trouble kala.
Yeah.
No.
I think this is the basic idea even in life. You don't be greedy. Taking so many pawns, yeah.
Yeah, she took one pawn and then she took another pawn, right?
Yeah.
Satu pawn cukup kali ya.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
So we are watching this the most popular guy in this league, Alan.
Alan, yeah. Looking good for Hasanol with black pieces.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned, I think it's like some sort of upset lah. This is already I think upsetting black already kan. I mean upsetting white in the sense that he already has exchange up and a pass pawn, right? Looking good. Looking good for black, definitely.
Okay.
But he chose not to defend the pawn.
So the pawn is already is very high already on e3.
Yeah. I would definitely think macam maybe check and then rook e1 to defend and hold on some. But this one also fine in the sense that he has another pass pawn kan.
Yes.
So looking good for black. Yeah. I hope he can convert. I think. Yeah.
But I think white still got the initiative play here because having a pawn majority on the queen side, and but he got to be he got to move develop the pawn pushing up quickly.
But I think it's a good move from black. I try to pin the bishop and rook kan.
Yes, but he got to be careful with discover attack. But now no more.
Yeah. Good. Quite alert. Yeah, good. So this one. So I would say white pieces macam a bit discoordinated sudah a little bit.
Yes.
Bishop has to move.
I think the best place for the bishop is on d3 at the moment, so that can actively place the rook. Try to grab some pawns on the queen side, and then push some pawns.
So he should reroute kan, bishop e2, bishop d3, right? Yeah. Good idea. Good.
And that bishop d3 getting ready to sacrifice for the promoting the promoted pawn on f1.
So I think you imagine at the end game will be like the white rook will take all the pawns on queen side gun.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, good idea. So the bishop
Mhm.
just on d3 itu ready to sacrifice lah.
Yes.
Okay, good
Mhm.
strategic strategy I think.
Yeah, because what else to do?
True also.
Uh,
But now he's getting trouble, you know. Now the bishop doesn't have moves, you know. If I attack the bishop kan on h2, the bishop
yes.
has to go to f1, but nanti kena pin lagi kan. So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah. I think. Yeah. This is the impact of watching Nepo's game.
trapping his own bishop.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is why he didn't.
Mhm. No.
Oh,
Okay. So
oh.
got a chance.
So somehow white. It was a trick, I think.
Mhm.
Kan?
Mhm.
Okay, but
All right.
black start pushing the f pawn. Woo,
Yeah.
really dangerous, really dangerous.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm a bit worried for black actually.
Mhm.
Kalau the pawn comes to f3 and f2, whew,
Mhm.
yeah.
But white maybe tries to slowing down the pawn's progress with putting the maybe rook on f3.
Oh, bishop, right? Yeah,
Yeah, or
rook lah.
yeah,
Yeah.
rook lah. Yeah.
Mm.
Try to stop to stop the pawn from advancing more.
Wow. Yeah.
Right?
So yeah,
Mhm.
I think the fans kali yang beritahu bisik island kali. Hey, play this
Yeah.
move, fella.
Okay. Interesting. No. Um, mhm. But now Black is planning to uh, to play Rook f2. I think, yeah.
I would say so. Pasal kalau trade rooks would be
Yes.
excellent. Yeah, we'll be happy
Yeah.
for black lah. Will be good for black
Mhm.
definitely.
So the apa ni the way the it's good for f pawn, a clear way here.
Yeah.
Okay, c4.
Oh, C4. He wants to
Mhm.
quickly. Yeah, I think this is the right decision. To push the pawn.
But yeah, but I think after c4, black has another plan because the knight on the pawn on b2 is already weak. Okay.
Oh, right. Like
Mhm.
ideas like rook b8 kan.
Yes. Mhm. But he proceeds with the idea rook f2.
Okay, but rook f2, maybe rook c3. Yeah. So
Mhm.
wow, it's getting exciting. I think this game.
Mhm. Right. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Um,
white will push also his c pawn.
do you think it's is it have a perpetual check for rook? Rook f2, rook c1.
Um, yeah, but I think he can escape somewhere.
Oh yeah, can escape to d4.
Yeah, e3 and d4, right? Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Kalau
Mhm.
Indah perpetual though, yeah. But I think
Yeah.
Alan is not doesn't want a draw. I think
Mhm.
he always want to win, right?
Oh, now it's good for white
Yeah, because
because because the it's good for the pawn on c5 because
mm.
the square on the promoting square on c8 supported by the bishop on b7.
Yeah. So excellent play from White actually.
Yeah,
Some
and also he got this idea bishop a6 idea if in case black promoting the pawn to f1.
yeah.
Mhm.
Agree. So
Mhm.
wow. Mm,
Mhm.
it looks quite good, huh, for White. But
Mhm.
I was thinking. maybe still around apa ni, like 50-50 je lah. In the sense that yes, I agree that the pawn on C pawn strong, tapi so he check. Black also have a pawn on F apa ni? F pawn, so check. Is that a good move? Check.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
So after this, let's say king d2, he will just push the pawn to c6 kan? Wow. Okay.
Right. Now, I think white can push the pawn to c6.
Looks really dangerous actually. Somehow the rook on f2 to blocking the pawn kan? It's on pawn ba?
Yeah.
So wow, excellent play I think from Alan. So he normally he plays fast, right? I think at this kind of like critical moment he thinks. I think it's a good good play from Alan actually.
Yeah.
I think good. A lot of fancy Alan and so c6 looks dangerous. So two move from queening. So how is black gonna? Maybe rook e2. Is it possible? Rook e2.
Rook e2, trying to block the bishop.
Yeah. I mean, rook because rook e2. My plan was like just to push the f2 gun, f2 then f1, and the like blocking the bishop lah. But rook d2, he can just simply
giving away for the pawn to push f2. I think that's the only idea, I guess, for rook d2.
Yeah, but so most likely it will end up like this black rook sacrifice for the pawn on c8, and then white bishop sacrifice the for the pawn on f. Let's say the pawn f pawn queen, he will take on f1, right? So in the end game, I think at the end will be 2 against 1. I think, kan? So white has the advantage lah.
So, correct. All right. Now, white pass pawn is higher than black now. Just a move away. So it's a very good progress for the c pawn than the f pawn.
Yeah.
Good play by Alan.
Yeah, excellent play. And he was down kan on materials tadi, tapi he knew he knew like B pawn was important, so he find ways to take on B7 kan, and then he also fast to push on the C pawn actually. Yeah, so quite an excellent play from Alan. Very impressive actually, very impressive. Black also quite low on time actually, kan? 1 minute against 3.5. So
yeah. Okay. Check.
Check.
And I think king a2 will be good for white.
Yeah, just king b, king a2. Excellent play. So can I expect f2 and then queen, then rook will sacrifice for the pawn, and then he will queen and then sacrifice, some sort like that, right? At the least lah. So
yeah,
at the least white will have extra pawn in the rook endgame. Quite an excellent. And then the black king also quite far away from his own pawn, right? So so in the endgame, I think white has the advantage. Wow. Impressive, completely the the table like turn around, kan? It was like initially like I was thinking like black has the advantage or even winning position. Oh wow, why sacrifice? King simply take, and then bishop just come back, kan?
Yeah, just come back. So
yeah, to h6 or h3.
Yeah.
So
that's a blunder.
yeah, I think also he panicked. I think also like the time, the clock also kan macam low on
Yeah.
time kan. So he just simply want to to move. Yeah. So sayang
But
lah.
but still, I think even though Black is not playing Rook C8, but still White is having a good game here. Yeah.
If he, yeah, I agree. I agree.
No.
But this
Okay.
this one is just lost lah.
Yeah.
This is simply lost lah. This is
Positionally lost and down on time also. So.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think there's any stalemate. You can just check and then yeah.
And,
Oh, this is
yeah.
even made. Wow, wow. Impressive,
Wow.
impressive. Wow.
Mhm.
Excellent play from Alan. By
Yes.
Alan. Wow. Okay, so what is the score? 3-1 sudah.
All right.
3-1, right?
So
Wow, wow.
Chigwamir won the game.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
Amir,
Yeah.
yeah. Siapa yang kalah? So
Yeah. Chigwamir won the game. And Bishop G7.
Amir won actually, right?
Yeah,
Am I
Amir
right?
won.
Okay, so this is I don't know, Torre attack. What do you call this? Macam something to do with Bishop G5 ni. It's not really
Yeah.
London system, tapi it's similar to London, macam but
One family,
yeah,
first
yeah,
cousin, second cousin, yeah.
yeah, maybe. Okay, so
White got to be careful with dirty tricks like C6 and Queen A5 check, losing the
yeah,
bishop.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like for example, like C5 and then C3, C take, then
yeah,
C check, then Queen A5 check, right?
yeah. Because
I
I've
think.
seen that like before Aliuddin versus Zikri, if I'm not mistaken,
Oh, yeah.
and he
Yeah,
has the
yeah,
bishop
yeah.
on G5.
Nice trick actually, nice trick.
Mhm.
Good idea.
Yeah,
But I don't think Amir, but you never know, right? I think you should try also C5. Yeah, C5.
yeah, C5.
Knight E2 maybe, right? C3 unnecessary juga, in the sense that
C3.
yeah, I would think like developed and then to protect the pawn on D4, right?
I like I like C3 more than Knight E2 because I think Black is ready to swap off his light square bishop with Knight E2 with playing Bishop G4 and because he wants to protect the pawn on E4 with maybe pushing F5 and put some pawns on the light squares. So removing the light square bishop is a good idea, I guess.
Yeah, agree with you. So C3 looks like the better move lah. Yeah.
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 It,
Also in some variation tadi knight E2 would be mistake also. There's some check also, right? Queen 5 check and then C3 he can take on D4 also, right? Tactically because the bishop on D5 is under attack, right? So yeah. So C3 lah, logically he plays C3. But looks like it transfers to some sort of Grunfeld structure, right? I believe Black is having some sort of
yeah, more or less, with C5 and Bishop G7. It looks like a Grunfeld quiet system.
Oh yeah.
With E3 pawn on E3, with white pawn on E3. But I think the only difference is the bishop for white bishop on G5. I mean the dark square is outside the pawn structure.
Oh yeah. But like you said lah, because now is how to say? I'm not sure. It's not really hanging, but it's undefended now, right? Careful with the tactics, right? So yeah. outside the pawn chain may be good, but at the moment it looks macam unprotected lah. So it could be some tactics lah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the idea for the bishop the g5 idea is not meant for permanently there, because white would play bishop f4 after that. Just at this moment try to prevent black from pushing e5 idea.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So black is thinking, so taking much time, yeah, because knowing Hafizan is a quick player. But I guess this is the effect of the losing the first game. So he's very cautious now with Chibuan.
Oh, okay. This you mean who? Siapa? Sorry,
Hafizan,
I don't get it.
yeah.
Oh, Hafizan. Yeah.
He's taking so much time now.
Yeah. So sometimes if you lose the first game, kan, it's not easy to how to put in words macam control your emotions lah kan. So
yes.
Yeah. So I think I'm sure I believe like Aung Hafizan can bounce back lah. In the sense that so I hope.
But I think this is from my observation. I think Hafizan is already learned from so happen it's his game against you. So I mean last time he lost against you yourself, and if you of course you remember the second game he lost I think it's 13 moves if I'm not mistaken.
And, so it's a bit unfortunate lah. So
yeah, I think for this time he lost the first game, but now he is more in control. I think emotionally in control. So taking so much time thinking, not like previously. I think he was carried away before against yourself.
True. I agree. Yeah. So there's plenty of things to learn even for strong player like Aung Hafizan, right? I mean everybody including myself also. I learned a lot also from this league also lah. I lose some games also, so definitely. Even those games that I won also, it's still a lot of lessons lah kan.
Yeah. And knight c6, and trying to I think that is preparing e5 idea.
Agree. At some moment but at the moment now macam the pawn is still pinned kan. So is it possible to play like queen somewhere, queen c7, queen b6, right? I think it's quite standard. So queen c7 looks, but queen c7 does it encourage white to play bishop f5? Then he has the e5, right? So I think queen c7 is interesting because also some sort of x-ray against the bishop on c4, right? Some ideas like that. Yeah.
But I think what black wants to do is try to taking the pawn on d4 with a c takes d4, and then taking a tempo with a queen f5, and then pushing e5, because he cannot play e5 immediately, because after e5 and then white plays d takes c5, it doesn't look good for black bishop on g7. Right, knight e2. h6. Trying to move the bishop away from g5. And bishop h4.
Yeah, so I think bishop h4 is more sensible, right, than bishop f4. Bishop f4 kena some sort of tempo, right? e5, right? Like you mentioned, the plan, black plan is to attack with e5 lah. So bishop h4, yeah, looks logic.
And I think black tries to play at the king side because I think Fizon looking at the queen side is very solid for white is having a solid pawn structure here, and it's not easy to penetrate the queen side.
Yeah, I agree also. I agree.
And he wants to make use he's a good pawn on e4. So maybe king h7 idea and then push f5.
Yeah, g5, f5, f4 maybe, right? Wow. Yeah. It can be double edge, you know. Right? Very sharp, very sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. I mean that would be exciting, right, to watch. Macam how to say, like double edge positions, you know, both attacking, you know. It'll be interesting.
And I think if he wants to proceed with the plan, maybe he could remove the light square bishop first on c4 with knight h5, knight a5, sorry.
Yeah, I agree. Knight f5, then there's no other move, right? Has to go bishop b5, right? And then maybe a6, b5 also is coming, right?
Yeah.
Looks like black has the initiative, right? All the moves are black yang, how to say, is attacking white, lah. So so all these the past few moves, right, is decided by black, but he attacked the bishop has to go. No, he exchanged the pawn, so white has to react. So now looks like black is actually has the move, has the first move, kan? It's like he's playing white, right?
Yeah.
So it's quite good actually for Uncle Hafizon.
And but I think doing the king side attack by black, I don't think it will work lah. Yi. What do you say, Yi? Because because I think white can just just refute with f3, try to remove the pawn on e4. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. It'll be exciting lah to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks scary, but I think it's harmless.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah. Okay, take with knight. I think he's probably following some of your ideas, like kalau he push on e5, and then he will take on knight on c6, and then the bishop will be macam block, right?
Yeah.
So otherwise, the knight just sit on d4, quite strong actually. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
And and looks good for white. Maybe after this, even can if white turns to play, of course, he would just maybe simply say play knight takes c6, and then go for the end game, because it's a good
better pawn structure, right?
Yeah, it's better pawn structure. And a better bishop's position, better files for white.
Yeah. Agree. Because when, let's say, take on b3, kan, the rook also cannot occupy, the black rook also cannot occupy the b file, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of the bishops are quite active. Yeah. Agree with you. So endgame. Okay, go ahead and
Yeah, I think if white not removing the knight on c6 because the knight has this potential of going to d3, and I think that will be force white to exchange the his bishop, dark square bishop with knight, bishop takes e5,
Yeah,
and
you're right. You're right. You're right. Like some move like knight e5, right? He can play knight e5, right?
yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, you're right. I think probably he's forced to take on to give up the dark square bishop gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good move, I think.
Mhm.
But it's a bit he's a bit thinking a bit too much. That he's a bit
Yes, 5 minutes behind.
yeah.
And
So
knowing Hafizan is a quick player, so having a time behind that much is too much.
yeah, too much. But also at the same time, I'm sure that if he's low on time, he can play fast actually. So also
Mhm.
advantage lah with a player macam with player with apa ni fast fast ability lah. So
Mhm.
so he decided to take on d4.
Mhm.
Interesting also in the sense that so kalau you take with e, then there might be some pawn might be coming right f5 f4 later or
Yeah.
like king
Mhm.
h8 right.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
interesting.
Mhm.
Actually, interesting decision. Because what I mean, he looks like his apa ni pieces are well placed, tapi he's just one tempo behind kan. He hasn't castle, but that is the issue.
Mhm. Yes, correct.
So I think black has to be apa ni fast lah to do
Mhm.
something. Otherwise, white should be able to consolidate lah kan.
Yeah.
So
But I think now the pieces are getting lesser and lesser, and it looks like white doesn't really bother to castle at this moment.
yeah, probably.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, that's a dirty trick with b5.
Yeah. So if the bishops capture the pawn, there
Yeah,
will be queen a5 check, right?
yeah. And I think white should maintain controlling stopping the black from pushing f5 or. Mhm.
Uh you mean like depends on the bishop where the bishop goes, right?
Mhm.
So if the bishop let's say goes back to e2, then he maybe black is thinking f5, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
So I think it's a good idea to put the bishop on b3.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Like, did he hear us or what? tapi this like you said lah. I think the bishop is better off on b3 actually.
Yeah.
On,
Because
it's more active, right?
now, yeah, more active. Because now, if you look at the white punya bishops, it's not pointing at the king side. I mean, so
Mm.
black might consider pushing his pawns because no bishops at the queen side pointing at the king side.
Right. Excellent. But queen a5 check means he endgame.
Yes.
Mm.
I think white would like would like to exchange the queen because I think he got a better pawn structure here for the endgame because black has a double pawn on e5, e4, sorry.
Yeah, totally agree.
And
Um,
it's a semi pass pawn for the pawn on d4.
mm, mm.
Okay, now castle for white. I think white is trying to push f4 now, trying to hook the pawn on g5.
That's an excellent idea actually. idea actually. Just to settle the king side first, somehow, because I think the white is always have this c4 also, right? I mean, rook c1, and then his rook can go into c5 or c7, right? But f4, I really like f4 actually. Excellent idea actually.
Because even though having a backward pawn on e3, because there is no knight on to capture the pawn on e3 with knight d5. Because it's quite safe for the pawn on e3. The backward pawn will be fine.
Yeah. Looks like, but now the time, in the sense that the clock also 6 minutes against 1 minute, a bit.
Oh. It's not easy to to find the right move. Right, that queen e6. So
queen e6 is a bit. Maybe is he stopping the rook from moving, or what? What is?
e6.
He just want to defend the pawn on e7, right? So
I think his idea with queen e6 is he want to push f5 and then f4, and then in case the pawn on f4 taken by the pawn on e3, so he can push the e4 to e3 pawn.
Yeah, but somehow this queen also in the same diagonal kan with the king kan, along with its a2 g8 diagonal kan.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit worried actually, when you push, then there might be some move like a4, right? So yeah, especially when he take, so now f4 also can't really play f5, right? A bit white black pieces macam a bit disconnected actually, a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was playing quite well actually, but I think law on time also not easy, right, to find the best move.
Yeah. And you see the white bishop is very good on g3, and also the good bishop on e2 also.
Yeah, potentially coming to c4, right?
Yeah. And now rook a5.
And then the pawn on a6 also quite weak now. Wow.
It's a good play by Chiguamir.
Yeah, definitely agree. Chigo Amir is playing excellent game. This.
Yeah, that's very obvious. He want to play f5. And
But
now, proceed.
actually, when you play f5, I have this idea. I'm trying to trade off bishop, right? Because my rook on a5 is quite active, for white, right? If you push f5, and then I have bishop e5, in the sense that I know that you can still play f4, right? But it doesn't come that strong, not attacking my bishop on g3, right? So I'm not sure, but looks like I'm a bit worried for putting Hafizon actually. Like white pieces is so active,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, queen g6. And
yeah, I can even take on e7. I don't think it's necessary, kan?
Yeah. And now I think the only piece left for white is not active is rook on f1. So I think
rook a1, right? Rook
yeah,
fa1.
rook fa1, and then give the king maybe a h3, maybe just for breeding, and then after that okay, so queen takes e7. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going for the pawn, but I don't see also why not, right? In the sense that the queen also quite active, attacking all the pawns, and then bishop also now.
Yeah. So now f6 is also weak.
Yeah, so
He's very down on time, so he doesn't have much time to do a proper plan for him.
Yeah. Rook bishop e8, I think, but it's looking not good. Bishop g4, but bishop g, then there will be like h3, right? I think I think white can play h3 lah, like you suggest, or even just simply rook a1 also quite good actually.
Yeah, rook a1. Why not rook a1?
Kan, just
Yeah.
bring out the last piece into the game.
Yeah.
Oh,
After all, there.
yeah, black is critically low on time, 5 seconds. With 2 second increment is not much actually.
Yeah.
Wow, really worried about.
So bishop g4. Yeah. Ideas. I'm thinking about how should black continue with this position? I mean,
Sorry, how did he end up with this
how
position?
no, I mean, how should black to continue the game? I mean, what's the plan for black actually? Because, I think I think maybe try to swap off maybe one of the bishops with maybe bishop e6 maybe.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Because the bishop on c4 now, even you can look at Chiguamir's protecting the bishop with b3.
But he's playing very
Yeah.
conservatively.
I think black has this tactical vision, like pushing pawns here and then aiming for the g2 pawn.
It's still very unclear, man. Now shift the f5 already, and f4 is coming. So yeah, interesting game.
Yeah, bishop e5, why not?
Oh, I like this move. I really like this move. This is going for the kill. But
Yeah.
you can simply push the e pawn, right? Like e6, e7 to kacau the coordination, I think. Yeah, e6 also. But he might have other moves like
Black is trying to go for the king now with f3 idea, queen h5 idea, queen h3.
yeah. But what did he play? Queen. Oh, what happened? Why did he exchange? Oh no. No, he exchanged the the bishop is free, right? No.
Yeah, that's a blunder. Oh
Yeah,
no,
he didn't see. He didn't
he didn't
see.
say it.
He can just now he can just take again.
Yeah.
Ayo.
Oh no, for the second time.
Yeah, for the second time. Yeah, because low on time, right? Both consider
Yeah.
1 minute also quite low on time, kan? So
Mm-hmm.
it's not easy actually when you're. But
Yeah.
yeah, just c5. I think. Oh no, this is quite bad actually. Yeah. Wow, excellent game from Amir actually.
Yeah.
Wow, unexpected, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's good. It's good play by Chiguamir Fakri.
Yeah, excellent. Both
Yeah.
both game actually. Very impressive actually. Impressive win. Oh. Okay, shall we look at other games?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Which which game you want to look at?
Uh, what about the second boat? Afam and Chigalham.
Yeah, I think we are having some technical issue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I guess
be
so.
patient. Be patient with us, dear viewers.
Mm-hmm.
So we are having some technical issues.
Maybe you can.
Yeah. So we would like to take this opportunity to to share a survey actually. We want viewers and players and everybody to fill up this survey. It's done to to get feedback lah from everybody. So let me share. I think it's not share yet, right? On the yeah.
So I believe is it raining in KB?
Yeah, it is. Tapi macam apa ni? Not that heavily. Sikit-sikit saja.
Yeah, and it's raining here in Jerudong here.
I see. So probably that affect the connection also kan. Yeah, I think we are back apa ni online, right? And we solve our technical issues.
So
What
okay,
happened?
so it's black has two pass pawns here, G pawn and E pawn. So I think just the king need to just advance.
Yeah, totally agree. King F5 or even King E5, but King F5 is
Yeah.
King
And
E4. King E5 interesting, you know, that's a trick, right? To force into pawn endgame, right? But both are down into like what do you call the blitz mode, right? So anything can still happen then.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, maybe rook G1, rook G3 idea. I'm not sure. Or maybe a rook rook F7. But
Okay.
he got to try finding initiative play here. Maybe even a trick like a rook F6 and then try to maybe there's a check on a rook E6. Yeah.
So it's like trick also. But
Oh.
can simply go to King G3, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so he give up the E. He gonna have two connected pass pawn, right? Wow.
But I think too many to handle for white here.
Betul lah. Because even he take on FC7, it's nothing yet. Can have a pass pawn yet. So
now the king is cut off by two files.
yeah, this is I think simply lost. I think
Yeah.
cannot stop the G pawn from queening. I think. Yes. It's a good play, good endgame from by Cikgu Elham.
Right, G2.
Yeah, this is just simply lost lah.
Yeah. And yeah, rook E8 is ready.
Yeah, to
Sacrifice.
to C5
Kamikaze.
kamikaze.
Yeah.
This is just winning. Yeah, this is just winning for Cikgu Elham. Okay.
So what about the other game?
Let's look game already. Oh, we have a score already, I think. Right? This let's look at game which one? Game 3? No, sorry.
I think the game is already finished, right?
Yeah,
7-1.
7-1 for Manchester. Wow, really impressive.
So who won? So who got the 1 point from Begawan Gambit?
Apparently, this Abu Afham win against kan?
Abu Afam?
Yeah, Abu Afham in the first game, kan? That was the second. Yeah, first game actually. First game. Yep. First game, Abu won against Shigu Ilham, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can we see that game? I think we missed that.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about what had been good position, right? He was a piece up, right? What happened there?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Did Chigu Ilham lost that game? Wow. I remember this game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Macam boleh ha? A bit surprised lah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, remember this?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
How to lose this game? Oh no, why he
Oh,
goes apa ni G5, right? The queen
G5.
to
Mm-hmm.
go into H6, right? So
Mm-hmm.
but still winning, I believe.
Yeah. Oh.
Aiyo.
Oh.
Oh
Mm.
no, so he kena checkmate, I think.
Oh.
Hmm.
But it's a good play by Abu Afam. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely good.
Yeah, because
Concept.
it's a good defense by him.
I think G5 was quite bad from Jigu Ilham, right?
Slowing down the process of having a mad threat
Attacking.
there on G7.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Yeah.
simply look F1. I think already
Mm-hmm.
quite good already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's all credit goes to this Abu Ahmad.
Yeah.
Nice comeback, from I would consider that lost position kan, a piece down, I
Yeah.
think, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. So.
excellent play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shall we just go? Which game? I think last board, right? We have not seen until the end. Oh, it's heavy rain actually in KB already. Yeah.
See. Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is the first game, right? First set, right?
Yeah.
Is it first set or second set? Oh, second set. Okay. That won by Alan. Okay. Remember the first game yang Alan Queen his C pawn, I think, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I see. Now, a very nice play for the knight. And a
Yeah.
very bad bishop on the f3.
Hmm.
Oh. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh, checkmate. Wow, excellent game from Alan.
Very nice again.
Very nice game. Very impressive actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice play by Ellen.
Yeah, nice play by Alan.
So the game's already finished. Game 53, right? So Manchester United won 7-1 against Begon Gambit.
Hmm.
I think Begon Gambit is not performing well lately. Even lost to Sputnik previous match. Yeah.
Yeah. And then today also surprisingly also a bit surprised lah. Although like I mentioned earlier kan from the start, Hafizon will have some sort of advantage lah kan, being the higher rated player also kan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really good job from Baitigo.
Yeah.
Excellent play.
Yeah.
So yeah, so since we are towards end of the league, right? Today is the second last day, right?
Yeah.
So Sunday will be our final day, final round also, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, hence we actually release a survey actually to to for everybody lah, spectators, parents, coaches, uh, players, of course, arbiters as well, you know. Yeah, all can. I think I shared the link in the chat already.
Yeah.
Yeah, people can just go to the link. I think just please actually we appreciate your feedback. Actually, this is basically we wanting I mean we want you guys feedback lah on
Yeah.
how the league was organized and
Yeah.
what do you guys like and dislike about this event, you know, any suggestions for improvement. So please guys, so help us so that we can I mean on behalf of organizer, so that the organizer can organize a better event in the future lah, especially the
Yeah.
next season. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah. So
So please do give us a feedback, yeah, for the
yeah,
viewers.
yeah,
And I think we should have a short break, Yi.
yeah. Sure. It's raining heavily also. Yeah, yeah. It's good. It's
Yeah.
good to have a cup of coffee or tea. You know.
Yes, you're right. And yeah, going for some refreshments to keep uh, to keep
our
w- w- to
our
keep
brain.
yeah, works, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. I
Yeah.
think we take a break and see you guys. What time, Kiran? What time you want to
um,
come back?
um maybe
Hello.
9:25, maybe
Am I
5
disconnected
minutes
already?
before the game, yeah.
No.
Maybe 9:25. Hello. Okay. And so um, um, maybe there's a technical issues. So we have a short break and see you again in 9:25. Okay. Goodbye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back again to MindQuest Online Premier Chess League 2021. And we are going to watch a game again tonight, game of 54. Sputnik against team Al-Fatah. And we are going to start very soon. Okay, and the lineup for Sputnik, Wafi, Wajdi, Arif, and Yap Karsun. And for Al Fatah, Piran Salihin, Adib, Zikri, and Shafiq. And still, I'll be accompanied by FM Yi Sun Wei, but I think he got technical issues. So I believe he will be around very soon. And so the game has started. So now the first board, Pengiran Salihin playing white, and Wafi of Sputnik playing black. So Slav defense. Now D5. So it's still the opening stage. So white has some options here. Maybe can go with Catalan. All right. So it's a Queen's Gambit accepted with D takes C4. And A4, and preventing black from pushing a B5, protecting the pawn on C4. So still can say it's a book line. So white is preparing to play E4 here. So activating the bishop on F1, at the same time attacking the pawn on C4. And try to play with rapid development. Knight F6. So now white can continue with playing E4. Oh, he's going for E3. And white is going for a solid position here. And
Hello, Pengiran.
hello, Yi. Welcome back, Yi.
Ya, so ada apa nih sedikit masalah teknikal lah tadi, sorry. Ya.
No worries. So
we are seeing. Yeah, you go first.
Now is the first spot here. Tingran Salihin against Wafi here. And so it's a Queen's Gambit accepted here.
Yeah. Queen Gambit accepted, or some sort of transpose to Slav, I think, kan?
Yeah. Actually, it's from Slav transpose into Queen's Gambit accepted.
Right. So okay. Seems like still in the book line, I think, kan?
Yeah. So white has just took the pawn on C4, and now E6, and forming a Slav position here. It's a semi-Slav.
Yeah, some sort of Slav, semi-Slav type idea.
Yeah.
I think, in my opinion here, I think it's still in book line actually. That's the first thing I think. Kan masih theoretical I think here.
Yeah.
But I used to play Slav last time, so some sort of this type of structure. Like the bishop, I think goes to b4, right? For black lah.
Yeah. Correct.
I believe. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, bishop b4, something like that, and then yeah, because ultimately white wants to achieve e4, right? Maybe after castling some move like queen e2 later on, then he wants to expand with e4 lah, taking over the center and so black will try to stop lah, and also like try to break with e5 or c5 later on, right? Yeah. Some sort of standard Slav lah, yeah.
I bet you know better because I know you once could be still a Slav specialist.
Not really specialist, but yeah, I used to play Slav lah. So yeah. So castle, I think theoretical line should be queen e2. I think queen e2, and then white wants to expand with e4 lah. So that black will try to stop white from playing e4. You know, like a move might be like knight e4. I'm not sure. Look, actually, I forgot all the theories actually already. Yeah. Yeah, but if he knows all the theories, I think it should be fine. I think black. Yeah. Yeah. Even bishop g6 is possible. I think after queen e2. I think right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he still cannot play e4 because there's bishop takes c3, and then the pawn on e4 is hanging, right? So some move like that lah. Yeah. So basically, white tried to expand with e4, black tried to stop. Yeah.
And
yeah, go ahead, Pingan.
Yeah. Right. I think black has some ideas here. It's either to prevent white from achieving e4, and also black has the idea of doing the pawn breaking first.
C5, right? I think.
Yeah, with c5 or e5.
But right now e5 no more possible, right? No longer possible. So c5 I think immediately also possible kali ya. Looks like it because c5 the knight. But anyway, so he decided to trade the knights. Also possible. So in preparing also for c5, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So now the game is still balanced, and
yeah, quite balanced. This bishop on c1. If white cannot achieve e4, then this bishop on c1 might be a bit difficult to come out lah into the game, right? It's a bit less active lah.
Yeah. But
so queen b3, I think some move like a5. Is it possible just to cement the bishop on b4? Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think white is trying to encourage black from to take the knight on c3, so that so that he can take the knight with the pawn on b3, so that that will allow to place his bishop to a3, more active place.
Yeah.
Now A5 is just like your idea, yeah? Cementing the bishop on B4.
Yeah, but I dislike this idea with Queen B3 for white actually. Macam in a sense that it doesn't achieve much actually, like yeah.
Yes, because if you see, I think the E6 and F7 pawn is quite solid over there, and also B7 is also quite safe, and yeah, I agree with you. Queen B3 is not it's not really a good idea.
Yeah. So
I much prefer Queen E2 actually. So because he still try to achieve his idea with E4 and more control with Queen E2 compared with Queen B3.
But yeah, so now I'm thinking like okay, black finish his development kan, white the bishop on C1 tu belum keluar. Let's say he play bishop D2, but yeah, it's okay. Or maybe perhaps he has this knight A2, right? White.
Knight A2.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But
can
I think of the Knight A2, black can just simply play Bishop D6. Yeah.
yeah.
And he also want to achieve his idea with the E5 or C5.
Mm. Did he just blunder? Is knight takes E5 possible? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a blunder. Yeah, it's hanging
Oh,
bishop on D2.
yeah. So
Uh,
it's not easy to see at the first glance, but yeah, after.
but still the pawn on E5 can take the knight on F6 idea. It's not but still an advantage for black.
Yeah, in the sense that he can capture, he will be a pawn up, right? I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But this, yeah, but still, even though not winning a piece, but winning a pawn in this position, and even though the G having the double pawn on F6, uh, I don't think it's not a problem for black because yeah, it's too solid. The position is too solid for black.
Yeah, agree. Yeah, it's a bit, but it's because I think all the pieces itu salah. How to say he misplaced a few pieces macam knight E5. I think unnecessarily he goes early on into E5. And also when queen B3, like after A5, the queen just look a bit passive lah on B3 kan. Yeah. So he goes for this. It will end up apa ni, black having an extra pawn, right? Either way lah. He can
Yeah.
play. He can even play knight G4 actually, right? Or knight D7, right? Then the knight will take on E5 actually. That is also possible, right?
Yeah. But
So in all,
proceed, please.
yeah,
Proceed.
yeah. So I'm just saying that in all variations, either the knight moves away or queen takes D2 also will black will end up with extra pawn lah. So looks very good for black lah.
Yeah. But I much prefer just simply take the bishop on D2 because after winning a pawn with E takes F6 and then a G takes F6 and then black has the idea of going for the endgame with having an extra pawn with queen C2 is try to exchange the queen.
Agree also.
And
Agree also. Yeah. But he didn't want the pawn. Okay.
so so I think this is okay.
A bit strange lah. White can at the very least play rook D1 kan?
Yes, because the queen on D8 is it's not it's not moved yet, and E4 is achievable now.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly this position? Like you mean like now advance e4?
No.
Later on, right?
Yeah,
Preparing like
later
rook
on.
d1.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
rook
you
d1.
got
Yeah, like you suggest lah. Rook d1 actually preparing for e4 actually.
yeah,
Yeah,
because this is
indirectly lah kan? Indirectly preparing for e4.
yeah, because if you see this position is a Slav or Karokan pawn structure for black. Of course, the idea normally the white should remove the knight on d5, and of course in this case no pawn on c file, so it's white is relying on the e pawn to remove the knight on d5.
Yep. Okay, so it's how should black proceed from here? It's a bit maybe just simply move the queen away, kali, or queen e7 or something.
Queen c7 also, because
Yeah.
try to create some indirectly creating some weakness for white, because now it's encouraging white to play f4 and weakening the pawn on e3.
But this is just a pawn sacrifice, right? Oh no, it's a good trick actually.
Knight takes c6 looks
Tapi he can take with B, right?
oh
Then it's a
yeah,
double attack.
oh yes, double attack, so
It's like
it's
that trick lah. It's a trick actually. Wow.
Yeah, that I think that's a mistake with knight c. I also didn't yeah, because I
think it's good.
I did
But I think black is too fast lah. Terus ya after e4 he terus take the c3 kan with the knight kan. He should at least check on the moves that he want to play. I think he completely missed this pawn take. This is just piece down.
Yeah. So it's not good for black. Really, it's a double attack. It's a lose a piece.
Yeah, this is just simply loss. I think just take.
Yeah, and there's no compensation for black here.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
Even the the b file will open also is good for white also, right? Somehow.
Yeah, I know. You are facing a pair of bishop here.
You can take and then cement the bishop on d6 also, right? Take with bishop and then bishop d6 also. Oof. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, nice trick by Penguin Sal actually.
Yeah. Actually, the knight takes a c3 looks good, but at a glance, so but if you need to do a concrete analysis before deciding knight takes c3, and
yeah, this he's just being a bit how to say careless lah, sikit. Yeah, a bit relaxed. He was having an okay position, I think, black kan from the beginning, from the opening lah. Okay lah, more or less. Without any much issue kan. So a bit yeah. What can I say, right? So a blunder is a blunder.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, even the World Championship also we see blunder, right? So
yes, it's very simple. We are human.
yeah, exactly. So, but this type of position, I don't think how to say Pengransau will let black escape lah. This one, I think, because absolutely no counterplay, but in the sense that the black doesn't have anything to attack or to play against, right? It's just no compensation at all. Yeah. So
yeah,
it's really hard. The rook just double on f5. You know what can you do, right? Yeah, of course. Now he's attacking a4, right? Just push. Yeah, that's it.
Just
right?
push, and then I think the final one would be f3, and then white is completely fine. After f3, what else to do for black after f3? What hope? No hope on g2 also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. True, true, true. Okay.
And, maybe we
sayang
can
lah.
go. We can watch other games.
Yeah, sure. Board number 2. Let's go to board number 2.
So watch D playing white here, and then
Against
a deep,
Adip. Yeah, Adip black. Yep.
black, and so
Looks like a bit imbalanced, the position.
yeah, but looks like black looks good here because having a good square on c4 for the knight, a good
Yeah,
queen position
rooks.
on c file, and
And then the rooks.
also
Yeah, yeah. Just to add, the rooks also on very active on f5, right? Yeah.
yes, and then there is a potential rook sacrifice on f3.
Wow.
Yeah, and like after rook, knight c4, rook takes f3, knight e5 idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Very nice position for black, indeed. Yeah.
And
The pawn's also quite weak, right? On c3, like you said.
okay, okay, now queen d4 try to attack the pawn on d6, and
But should be solved by knight c4, right? Attacking and defending at the same time.
yes, attacking and defending, shooing away the rook on b6, and just looks good. So, but also an idea. But I like knight c4 actually. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Both attacking and defending at the same time. Otherwise, I don't see any other moves also. Hey, there is other move actually, like
d5.
yeah, d5 actually. Yeah, d5 is there, right?
Yeah,
Using
d5.
the pin. Yeah, so that is also possible.
Yeah, because now white is aiming for the d pawn, because after d5, why not make use of the pawn being aimed, and then you change into make use of it into attacking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Knight
Right,
c6 a bit
knight.
passive.
Because stopping the effectiveness of the queen on c7. Yeah.
I thought he just moved the knight to a5, right? Now he moved back to c6. Anyway,
But
so
yeah, but I think because the queen is protecting the rook on b6, I think he just tried to disturb the queen a bit.
So it's after all, it's not so bad actually. Knight c6 kan. It's okay. It's okay. It's
Now queen e3.
how should black proceed? I mean, yeah, black proceed. His position looks quite strong actually. Kan, the rooks are
E-
active. Yeah.
And how should the black continue this? And what about white? Yeah, I think
Why?
white would like to play knight d4 here, trying to adjust his weak pawn on c3 with offering exchange with the knight on d4.
Yeah, but knight d4, the rook is not defended. Maybe rook b1 first kali. Ataupun let's see. But anyway, he completely stopped this idea. E5.
e5. Now after e5, the drawback about this move is now black is having a weak backward pawn there on d6 and giving up the d5 square also. So now rook fb1 attacking the pawn on b7, trying to do a counter attack here.
Yeah, 95, but they might
Going
be
back
some.
again.
Yeah, so back and forth the knight. So I believe White has the because I think he has queen, some move like queen d3, right? Just to check on d5 and attacking d6 also.
Yes.
It's a bit annoying. Like you mentioned, this pawn on the d pawn kan on d6 is very weak lah. It's backward.
Yeah.
Oh. But both players kind of like low on time, so yeah, so it's not easy to to play such a complicated, actually quite complicated actually, in the sense that there's a positional elements, but also there are apa ni tacticals also kan, ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, queen
Right.
d3.
So he played a queen d3.
So how now doesn't look that good because the knight doesn't have a defender. Maybe queen c5, something to do with king c5, right?
Queen c5.
Is it
If
possible? But he can just simply take on d6, right? Yeah. So it's quite bad actually. Yeah. Regardless, I think black gonna lose a pawn. The pawn on d6 just.
Yeah, I think so black should be very careful with the unprotected knight on a5, the fork, yeah, queen the. I was thinking about the rook 8 f6, but it's not possible because of queen d5 check, losing the knight on a5.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, so it's quite complicated, right? Like,
Okay.
okay.
Exchange queen c5. I think White is happy to have this queen exchange because I think Black has more weaknesses, especially the pawns here. Because
But yeah, I think his idea is just to now that if the queen is gone, then the e4 pawn is weak, kan? So with some counter chances lah, kan? I think.
yeah.
How to?
Yeah, I think Black idea want to let go the B pawn in return for the pawn on e4, white pawn on e4. Because and I think he wants to use his e pawn on e5 to push e4 so that he can pressure the pawn on f2.
Yeah.
What if queen takes d6?
But it's I think it's not easy to decide which pawn to take, kan? D pawn or B pawn, right? So especially low on time, I think it's hard
Yeah.
to judge like macam which pawn is better, you know.
Yeah.
So
But I think this black should take the pawn, the e pawn. So
yeah,
that
especially just take the e pawn definitely. With queen, I think, right?
yes, with queen.
Yeah, because now the knight is leaving the square for the knight to come in at some point to c4, right?
Yes. I think Black doesn't really bother about the B pawn anymore in this position.
He just want to move away the queen and then push the e4 pawn, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Now knight c4 is coming, and then white got to be careful with the rook on b1 because the queen is attacking. Right.
Yeah. At some variation that might be king h7.
King h7. I think I much prefer king h8 here.
Yalah.
Oh, I think this
So,
is because to down on time.
But this becomes very highly tactical,
Yeah,
So
but rook takes f2 looks good. Yeah.
yeah, I definitely agree. Rook takes f2 also one option,
Yeah.
but he might be able to trade, with queen g6, right? So it might be smart also to play rook f6 first, in the sense that kacau the queen, and then to prevent him to exchange on apa ni, on g6, right? So next move he can take on. I think it's safe to take on f2 now. Should be winning for black.
Yeah. I
Right? It's not easy to stop the mate on g2. I think just rook to f2. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think there is a way. Oh,
Yeah, that's checkmate lah.
that's a
That's
mate.
checkmate. Yes. Well played actually. Excellent game by Adib actually. Re- Really well played. Okay, so this is their second game, right?
So what about the other games? Maybe we can look at the other game.
Yeah, sure. Board three maybe, right? It was
Yeah,
board two just now, right? So board three is between Arif
Arif
Awang and
and Zikri.
Zikri. So
Yeah.
right. So Zikri playing white and Arif playing black. Looks like the knight is very strong, huh? On
Yeah,
d3.
on d3. And okay, h4.
Yeah, bishop on apa ni, g3 looks very passive. Did
Oh,
he just
losing the
blunder this?
knight. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no, he didn't see it.
but both are in time trouble, kan? So
Yes. But I think it looks good for black here because having two knights is very tricky.
yeah, also the knights are really, really well placed, on d3 now, the knight coming to attack d4 pawn. Wow.
Yeah. So, but this time trouble, anything can happen here.
Yeah, exactly. So white is really critically on low on time. Does it have perpetual? Nope. Okay.
That's the only hope for him.
Yeah, he can simply take also, but king f6, yeah, just take, I think, just take. Yeah. It's already 2 pawns down, and his position also very strong.
Yeah.
Think
I think yeah. White just try to do countless checks here.
yeah, just useless now. Now the bishop is hanging,
No,
rook is
yeah.
hanging. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, just take on g3 should be game over,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
King e5, I think, yeah.
King e5. Just go. Looking for threat here. Maybe trying to remove the knight for clear winning. Knight e3. Oh no. That cannot.
Did he
Oh,
blunder?
now losing. Yeah, blunder. So,
but
still,
because of time trouble, right? In the sense that
yes.
anything can happen.
Yeah.
Not just simply knight e3. I think just straight, right?
Yeah, I think why not pushing a c3? why spare the move for the pushing the
Okay, should be winning already.
Yeah.
But
Rook c3.
even just queen also win, right? Just queen and then knight e2 check. Yeah. This rook c3 also definitely winning. Yep. Easiest. I think he resigned.
Yep.
Wow. Good play by Arif.
So it's going to be a long game for the second game. So maybe we can look at the other game. Maybe it's young still unfinished.
Yeah, this is I mean
What
the
about,
next siapa tu? Shafiq, right? Shafiq playing.
Yeah, Shafiq against Yap Karsun.
Right. So Shafiq won.
Shafiq won. Okay, so that means all are playing the second games, right?
Yeah. So the result is 3-1 round, right? 3 to Al Fatah and 1 for Spunik.
So now, okay. I think okay. So White White is having all his pawns, 8 pawns still on the board. This is a very clear position for White. A clear plan for White here, trying to go for the queen side here, queen side play, and maybe try to push d4.
So d4, so d5 also quite strong actually.
But I don't. Although it's still good with d5, but I just don't like. This is personal preference lah saja. But the d5 just keeping the bishop on g7 alive.
Yeah. True. But now he can expand also, like move the rook away. Then if he want, he can trade the bishop e5, right? Trade the so-called the dangerous dragon bishop.
Yeah.
So
Bishop e5. Tricky move here, encouraging black from playing f6.
but yeah, if you play f6, I would be happy. Let's say I drop back bishop c3, right? So now my bishop is stronger than your bishop. Yeah. Also, f6 also not so good, right? Weaken the e6 square, right? Yeah.
Yes. It's just too weak for the e6.
The knight can like knight d4, knight e6. Yeah.
And maybe queen c8.
Or knight c8.
Or knight c8.
Tapi knight c8, there's c5, right? Just to stop the knight from coming to d6 and e4 also kan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think c5 looks strong. Yeah.
And I think black want to stop this white opponent Yeah, maybe after this rook a6. I'm not really sure. Or maybe do a c6 or b5. Maybe even consider, or b5 is not just a. I don't think it's a good idea, huh? Because
Oh, you mean after c5, then after c5, then b5?
no, no. I mean, the idea was just to to weakening the pawn on d5, but somehow I don't think it works because the 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 pawn on c7 will be it's just a weak.
Yeah. But now it's just along knight d6, right? Then he can goes to the knight can go to e5, e4, right? Quite
Yeah.
strong for the knight on e4.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe, oh no, I was thinking about the b6 preventing a c5, but it's not c6 also becoming weak.
Yeah. Definitely, like he can go like knight d4 kan, and
Yeah,
then I can jump into b5 or c6. Yeah, c6.
it's not easy.
Anyway,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, b that, but why he's playing b6 now? um, okay, so knight d6 is a good move.
Right. Um, After this, I think after knight d6, black can try b5, but of course not b5. I think he got to prepare for b5.
Yeah, I think it'll be a bit slow in the sense that I think white now can directly go for knight d4 something. Yeah,
Knight d4.
knight. Yeah, white knight d4, right? Yeah.
Trying to, yeah. Mm-hmm. c6 is weak, but mhm.
This one because oh yeah, the pawn on h4 is hanging. Oh right.
Oh,
So that one I missed too. So
and
but still, I think white has a good position. Maybe a move like b4. Is it? Because try to create a pass pawn, right? Pass b pawn, b4, then c5, then d6.
mm-hmm.
But somehow it's probably that not working. It doesn't work, I think, because there's bishop take e5 and then queen can take on c4, right? Does it work?
Sorry, come again.
My meaning is if play b4, there might be some move like bishop takes e5, right?
Bishop takes e5. Yeah.
Because the queen can take on c4 later on, right?
Oh, yes, yeah. I
Some
just
tactics, yeah.
mhm. I just see that move.
Yeah, some tactics. So it's not so easy also. Yeah. Not so easy.
Yeah. Or maybe is it knight d7, or try to take a pawn on b6? Okay, he's
Mm,
e5.
yeah, but I think it's just good for. Yeah, it looks like he wins a pawn also. Kan the c7 he gonna win, but
c5.
looks
Oh,
logic.
now this is quite after, I think after b takes c5, because the pawn on f2 is very weak there.
There might be some tactics, right?
Yes,
Even
like
queen.
knight e4 idea.
Yeah, knight e4, even queen queen f2. But hmm,
I think black is recover a bit here. Now the knight is going back to f3.
But it looks like a good move to me. But what's wrong with that move?
But yeah, so just preventing black from having a counterplay, right? On with knight e4 attacking the pawn on f2. So yes, why not? It's a good
Yeah.
idea.
But I think it just can go back to e7 because in the sense that if you take on c5, b2 is hanging, right? So I think that is the counterplay. If it doesn't take on c5, then he might be able to push to c4. I think so. It's not so clear how white can recover the pawn on the c pawn. Then macam for example queen e7. What do you play actually for white?
Queen e7.
Yeah, queen e7.
After queen e7,
Maybe just you have to take on c5, right? I think. Yeah, I think you have to take.
definitely take pawn on c5 because I don't see any why not taking the pawn on c5.
But I will take on b2. I will take on the pawn on b2.
I think after if the bishop take the pawn on b2, maybe white try to prevent the bishop from going back to g7. Maybe with the knight
Knight,
on try
knight
to
d4.
knight d4.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah, looks quite promising for white. Yeah.
Because, if even sacrifice knight can go to c6, or if black takes the pawn takes the knight on d4, because I think black has a dark squares issue here. It's very weak. If no bishop on along that diagonal, then who's going to control the dark squares?
You're right. I definitely agree with you after all this knight d4 move, right? Yeah. Yeah. Because after knight d4, then the bishop on b2 might be trapped also, right? He's forced
Yeah,
to take on d4, right? So
yeah.
yeah. Right. So it's still quite strong for white actually.
Mhm.
Mm.
So I
Okay.
think if white is not taking the pawn on c5, maybe black can push the pawn on c4.
Yeah, that was I think after c4 it's not easy to recover the pawn, right? But
Yeah.
it's after c4 then that would means that the rook can retreat and the knight can go to d4, right? So it's like he played b3.
b3.
Okay, it's quite a good move, I think.
Yeah, preventing c4 idea by black. Mhm.
So now he clearly want to take on c5 now.
But is it a4 possible? Just no, rook b.
Yeah, a4 is interesting actually. A4 is definitely interesting. Rook ba is not so much in the sense that the pawn already defended kan by the rook on d3. So
Rook b5. Um, I don't think it's a good idea with rook b5. Maybe white can play queen c6, and then there is a threat there. The knight is overloading.
Okay. Yeah. Queen c2 also fine in the sense that he might have tempo, right? Now he can play knight d4 also, right? Going to c6. Yeah. I think white has the upper hand here.
Maybe a queen e7 now.
Queen
Prevent
e7.
Proceed.
If queen e7, knight d4.
e7, knight d4.
Attacking your rook on b5.
Can
Ui, why he give us a bishop?
Oh sayang. Bishop takes on. I don't think that's a good idea to exchange on d6.
But now black can take on d4. Actually, he can take. I think he missed. Bishop can take on d4 actually, because if rook take, then b3 pawn is hanging, right?
Yeah.
So if he take with pawn, then you know what is that kind of position? He can play rook c8, right?
Yeah.
Even d5 pawn is hanging, right? So bishop take d4, because
Yeah.
if the knight goes to c6 is very not is very strong for white, right?
Yeah.
So he has to take on d4. I think
Yeah.
he definitely have to take. Yeah, there's no other choice. I think.
Oh no.
So he thinks that he win a pawn. But this is also, but not as good as bishop take d4. I think.
Yeah. Now
In the sense that he wins a pawn, tapi d6 also weak, right? Yeah, and then a5 also weak. So now, sorry, the rook in d5 is hanging, right? So
yeah.
how are you gonna defend?
Um is Carlson brave enough to play without the queen here with rook takes d3? Oh no.
Maybe, but now he sacrificed his queen, right? That he can simply rook take c5 and then knight take d8, right? Yeah, this is just simply winning for what? Yeah, I think why he take? He should take on c5 first, right?
Yeah. That was a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this game there are many ups and downs here.
Yeah, a lot of white was winning, black was winning.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's equal chances, I think, both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, making mistakes, especially when the time is lost.
Yeah.
I still think white has a good position, right? In the sense that when the rook can take on d6 and then,
Of course, there's he has a pawn majority on the queen side.
exactly. So if he managed to create a pass pawn gun, they will be quite strong.
Yeah.
Because this 3 pawns is apa ni completely stop this four pawns on the king side, right? So it's a
Yeah.
double pawn on the f pawn is not so good lah. Why is moving so much with the knight?
You can ask him later.
Knight b6 again. So I thought I just simply take on d6 first. Okay, but knight b6. Where you want to go? Maybe you want to reroute to d5 or c4 kali ah?
Yeah.
C4, I think, attacking both a5 and d6, right?
Yeah. So now rook 8 is c3, offering a threat. And now I think white black is already recovered because having a more active pieces.
Pieces? Yeah.
Yeah.
But taking is not so good because now the B pawn is under attack, right? So rook takes B3, and then black will take on B3, and then also attacking A3. So if A pawn is gone, then this A5 is a very strong pass pawn then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there is a dirty trick here. If take rook c1 check, bishop e5 check.
Nice trick, actually. Nice trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, really dirty trick. So I guess just play knight c4. Can you play knight c4?
Yeah, knight c4. And so 5 check. What's the plan for black here?
To attack the pawns on the queen side, like move the bishop away, and then but the bishop also cannot move away in the sense that
Oh no, I think he should keep his bishop here. Right, a4.
maybe bishop goes back to c3, and then bishop b4, something like that.
Yeah. And yeah, c3. Now is the black can aim for the pawn, the b pawn.
Yeah, I think we are having some technical issue, right? I believe, right, Pengiran? Ada some issue? Just refresh lah. Okay.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
right.
no. I think he should not let go the pawn on a5 because he needs that pawn.
Yeah, somehow now give white the chance to have two connected pass pawn.
Yes.
But it's not easy actually, this kind of position, because the bishop is playing on both wings, kan?
But it's not permanently well placed on e5 because white can move the bishop. Can be with knight f4, knight c4 with f4 also.
But looks like white is gonna play like rook b1 and then push the pawns, right? So he even take on d6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Now it's a fork, right? It's banda. Yeah.
under.
Yeah. I think when in law time, I think
Yeah.
lots of mistakes. I think this
Mm-hmm.
is just loss. I think just the knight just come back to either one, to f3, d4, or c4 also fine.
I think yeah, d4 definitely the best.
Yeah.
Is it?
So
Mhm.
yeah, this is just simply loss lah. And then rook just knight d4, and then rook a1, just push the a pawn. I think.
Yeah.
No, just defend the pawn first. I think but it's still winning lah. Still winning. Still definitely winning.
Oh.
This is kind of fault lagi. Wow.
Yeah.
Right. So unfortunate. I think both side was playing quite well. I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is the score now? Berapa sudah?
Um. So 5-1. 5 for Alpha, 1 for Sputnik.
Wow, 5 for Al-Fatah, huh? Okay, so which game is still ongoing? Pengiran's game, Pengiran Sal
Yeah.
against Wafi, yeah, Ongko Wafi.
Yeah. Looks like a Scandinavian here or Karakan.
Yeah, either one of it lah.
Yeah.
So macam Karakan also, yeah.
Yeah, definitely not a Slav because White Pawn is on C2 there.
Yeah. It looks like double edge, this position. 246, 246. The pawn on D6 is like either it's gonna win the game or it's gonna lose the game also, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because in my opinion, if the pawn on D6, I mean, is how to say, creating some issue for black now. But if in the future, if he manage to castle, let's say queen side, and then take on D6, that would be a issue for white, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now White is thinking whether or not to take the rook first or take the bishop first.
Mm.
He decided for taking the rook on A8.
Yeah.
And, Queen takes
Okay.
C4.
Would probably go castle queen side. Is that possible?
I think so because it's quite danger at the king side because White can go with rook H1 and then try to attack at the side.
And then it's also not safe in the center, right? So it's better to go queen side lah, I think.
Yeah.
But this might fall into like queen e3, right? Double attack, something like that.
Queen E3 attacking the okay, the pawn on G5 and also the pawn on A7, right?
Yeah, but I'm not sure whether this G pawn is useful for white or not. It's probably is maybe like, for example, queen e3, black can go just. Oh, he even have b5 actually. I think he has b5 move, right? Attacking the bishop on c4, and then the queen also defending the pawn on a7.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think can be saved by b5, but b5 it looks weakening kan. Weakening the king punya apa ni, so-called palace lah.
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't. I mean, it looks like force lah. Kalau indah, he will lose the pawn on g5 or a7. So let's see.
Yeah.
But both sides are on apa ni, time trouble now kan, blitz mode. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything can happen now.
Yeah. I think what White is trying to do now is maintaining the attack on the pawn on e6, so not allowing black to do initiative play with f5. So and also he got to protect his pawn on d6 with advancing the c pawn, c4 and c5. Because I think he got to keep the pawn on d6 alive. Otherwise, White is simply losing on the endgame.
Yeah, if managed to exchange lah kan everything. Yeah. So this still looks quite good for white. So he wins a pawn, right? Yeah. So he's a pawn up now, and the pawn on d6 is quite strong. Extremely strong.
So what's the plan for okay, c f6 6 blocking the bishop on h8 and then weakening the pawn on e6 now.
Yeah. F6 is really a bit ugly lah, this move, right?
But queen g6, maybe maintaining the.
I like that move, queen g6, definitely.
Yeah.
So this move is just like you said lah, maintaining. But this one is just encourage him to play f5 kan. So
Yes.
kalau queen g6 he cannot play f5 kan.
Yeah.
So
the pawn on e6 is
yeah,
will be captured.
hanging, right? Yeah. So this one is just encourage. But maybe he wants to play f5, then go back to queen g6. I'm not sure. Was that his idea?
Yeah.
Okay, but he can add maybe. So right.
But still, I think I like early queen g6.
Yeah, totally stop him from doing anything, right?
Yeah.
But now also, yeah. So now black can the next move he can push. Let's say for example rook e1. I think he can push the pawn, right? Or but now he cannot go also to attack the pawn. The d6 pawn is weak. So
Yeah. I think immediate rook h1 is better because the queen cannot take the pawn on d6 because of the rook on e8 is not.
Yeah. So rook h1 is definitely very strong actually.
Oh.
I think he's just going after this e6 pawn. Okay, so now I think black somehow survive. I think
Yeah.
somehow survive, and it's opposite color bishop also some more.
Is actually white is too much relying on the pawn on d6.
Yeah.
He got to keep the pawn alive actually. But now maybe queen with b6 g6, yeah.
But both time trouble. But I have a feeling.
Mistake.
Rook take him to take b6. No.
Wait.
Yeah,
Factor here.
time trouble. I think. Yep. Just take on. Is it good to take on e6?
I think white should not allow black from having initiative play here. So bishop d3.
Yeah. Okay. Some king b2 and then should be fine already. Yeah.
There's a queen e3 checker.
Yeah. That was a queen e3 actually. So now just simply queen e4 in fact. Yeah, just to stop everything. There's a check, open check. Yeah. I mean anything happen, right? Then he's gonna flag, But it's now crazy, this
queen d4 should be fine.
exchange the queen.
Yeah.
It was a pawn up, right?
Yeah.
This also not so clear how to. Should be winning for white actually.
Yeah. I think white should take time to advancing his king. Oh, it's quite risky.
Yeah, because the pawn is not defended, right? Undefended.
Yeah.
Black should have some perpetual, like in a sense, like queen c5 and check and perpetual, right?
Oh.
Yeah, should be a draw, I think. Yep. He cannot escape the perpetual.
Oh no.
Oh, this is just he can be.
Oh no.
Then they take. Oh no! In attempt to win, he blundered. So now black has the extra pawn now.
Can take the pawn on a7.
So but can check why did he check on C3 first? So now it's becomes 2 against 2, should be a draw lah. If nobody blunders. Why almost flag on almost flag?
Oh no.
B5, checkmate, right? The king was now I think he sees. After king F4 he will play B5 for sure. Yes. What a turnaround. This one kalah lah, this one. There's no chance lah. King C7, king B7, he cannot do anything.
There's no way white can win this.
But there's a stalemate trick. No! Stalemate! He was not alert. He suddenly. Wow. My God.
I think having a 19 seconds is it's quite plenty of time actually.
Yeah, I think it just doesn't macam reflect to him lah that there is a stalemate pattern there, right? So.
Or maybe he's just maybe he was carried away maybe from the previous feelings, you know.
Yeah, probably from losing, to. Anyway, so I think that's the end of the match for tonight, right, Pengiran?
Yes, correct, yeah.
So the final score is 6.5 to 1.5. Al-Fatah 6.5, and then Sputnik chess team is got 1.5 lah. So congratulations to the winner.
Yeah.
Anything you want to comment on their games?
And actually, I was expecting the not favorite team will be playing so well, because this spirit of nothing to lose spirit is around here. You can see from even from Chiguamir, the previous games, they are doing well actually. So, but I think Al-Fatah not giving a chance for that thing to happen to their team.
Yeah, I mean, despite some games, good games from Sputnik, I think Al-Fatah still outpower them lah.
Yeah. So unfortunate for Pengiran Sal to have this style.
Yeah, so like we always say lah, when time trouble, anything can happen, right? So stalemate also. So a bit luck and unlucky also, in the sense that Sal also got lucky in a way that he got away, right? He was lost, I think. Yeah, at some point he was lost, and then this siapa ni, Awangku Wafi had a draw. I think he can perpetuate or something, right?
Yeah.
At some point lah, yeah. So he didn't want to draw, and then his king went into the awkward position lah, which is got trapped. Yeah, got trapped in the corner.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I think that's all from me.
So for the match, yes, nothing much from me, but I would like to mention about the survey that I mentioned earlier. Pasal, I think we cannot post a link, I think, to the chat. Yeah. So I think based on what we will share the link to all the chess team captains, I think. Yeah. So yeah, it's not available on the chat, on the live chat, tapi it will be sent to captains group lah, I think. Yeah. So it should be distributed to all the players, and it will make to public as well lah. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all also from myself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So today is the second last day. Yeah, I think it will be the last day for my commentary also lah. So this will be my last lah.
Yeah.
So
So
okay.
good to have an opportunity to do commentary with you, Yi.
Yeah. In fact, I would like to take this opportunity also to thank you. Actually, you taught me a lot actually especially on the positional chess actually. Yeah, a lot of strategic apa ni macam thinking in general macam what is the which side what is the plan for both sides, you know. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's good lah actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We all learning actually. Even myself learning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's good to maintain that attitude, right? That mindset of always keep learning.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you to everybody who supported me during this live commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
Especially.
guys. Yeah. So that's all from me lah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, see you people again on the final match. The will be on this Sunday, and I think
Yeah.
that's all from me. So see you on Sunday.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
guys. Good night
Good night.
and bye bye. Bye
Bye.
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 Bye.